So stay with the moment, enjoy what you're doing. Don't try to turn a joy to pleasure. Now listen to this carefully, guys. There is a difference between happiness, joy, and pleasure. We talked about happiness and how happiness can come to and to be just a few minutes ago in detail. But many think that when you are happy about something, when you're having a joyful moment for some activity or something that you have or something you're realizing or something that you're enjoying, whether it's an apple that you just took a bite out of, or it's an environment or activity or something that brings you joy, having a pie or meeting a friend, or that joy is great, gives you lots of elated energy. But then thought comes into the picture. Says, oh, this apple or this environment or this activity or whatever it is that you liked, oh, thought says, I want to have more of it. I want it to last longer than this moment. I want it to be always like this. I want more of this. Now for that, when thought comes into the picture and commands that, wants that, desires that, to be more of that, and pursues it to become more of that, have more of that, and turn the impermanent to permanent, that's when joy is now turning into pleasure. And when it's turned into pleasure, pleasure is a gateway to boredom. Because then you want that all the time. You want other pleasures, but this particular pleasure, it was a joy, now became a pleasure, and after a short while it becomes boredom. And you become bored of it. And then you go after other pleasures. So instead of doing this, so then you lose that elated feeling and energy to keep you enjoying your moments, I even turned it into pleasure, and the pleasure is becoming boredom, and then you fall down and feeling insecure and unhappy because you turned joy into something that is no longer joy and has turned into boredom. Now you feel uncertain and you feel sad. Where am I going to get the next pleasure? It's no different than seeing a butterfly, how beautifully it flies, and you wanted more of it, so you grab it and put it in a net, and no longer it's flying. It's no longer is that beautiful. And then you get bored with it and you go after something else. That joy that you had from seeing it to fly around and bring that elation of energy is gone. Why? Because you wanted more of it. And you grabbed it, harnessed it, put it somewhere. It took it out of its nature, and it's no longer joy. It turned into a pleasure for you to having it, but then having it caused the joy to disappear. You can experience that by yourself. So that's why you want to live in the moment, enjoy the apple that you took a bite. Don't think about having another apple tomorrow. Will I have it again tomorrow? Or how can I say? Just enjoy that. And the relationship, you meet somebody, you like her, or you're a lady, you like him, and then you want more of it, and then you pursue that, and suddenly that whole wonderful thing, I'm not saying don't have a relationship, I'm just giving you an example to deliver the point. And suddenly, by pursuing that and turning into, suddenly the whole thing changes and needs to be conforming into some kind of a order that you had, an order that he or she had, and then these orders conflict each other, interfere with each other, and then the whole thing changes. The whole joy changes into a whole different ball game. So, for you to enjoy and not feel down so much, focus on the joy, not turning the joy into pleasure. And perhaps that would be something that you can ponder and consider and see if that would make you happier by focusing on the joys in your life, in the moments of the day.